Today we're going to do something that I've been really excited to do for some time. I just haven't found time to actually do it. But here at my house, in my kitchen, I have 7 different ways to extract flavor from coffee beans and put it into some kind of liquid form, okay? Coffee, espresso, pour, all these different types of extraction techniques. And today I am going to actually use 7 different methods of preparing something that we may consider coffee, right? So the first will be the pour over. And all a pour over is grounds inside of a filter, and we take hot water and pour water over those grounds in a very, very systematic way, so that as the hot water goes through, it extracts the flavor from the coffee beans. The next thing we'll use would be a Moka pot, which this is a pretty fancy one. Most of them are usually nice and silver. This one is a gift that I got, and I love it because green's my favorite color. But with a Moka pot, we will place coffee grounds in this little basket, and the boiling water will push basically boiling and steaming water up through those, and it'll end up inside of the upper chamber. Then we will do a French press, which with a French press we put very coarse grounds inside of here. There is a plunger that you allow the grounds to actually have direct contact with the hot water, and then you plunge the grounds to the bottom and pour the coffee off of the top of it. Our fourth method would be an Aeropress, and we'll show you these individually. But an Aeropress, you put the grounds in with a filter, put it on top of a cup, stir it, give it some time, and then you push, just like a big hypodermic needle, you push the air and the water through into the cup. So that's an Aeropress. Pretty popular method. Then I'll do a classic espresso using my Calphalon espresso maker here. Then we're going to use a Keurig. Okay, Keurig is what a lot of people use for their cups of coffee in the morning. It basically pushes hot water through grounds. I personally have issues using a bunch of K-cups, so what we will use is this. It's up here. We'll use this filter where we actually put the grounds into the filter and put that into the Keurig, and then we'll just have classic drip coffee from my Technivorm Moka Master. So we'll do 7 different ones. We'll put them in nice clear glasses so we can actually see the extraction. For each one of these, I'm going to use the recommended coarseness of the ground, and you can find all those online. And we're just going to use a kind of basic medium roast coffee. This one is from Chiapas, Mexico. So they're all going to be with the same coffee bean. I know that we typically would use you may use a special espresso coffee bean, or we're just going to do them all the same. So everything will be on the same level. But we'll walk through each one of these as the video goes through. I'll take each one and kind of walk you through making the coffee. Then we'll come back together with all of them, and we'll taste them and see what the different nuances are. So this is exciting. Let's jump into this. something drinkable from each one of these, right? And we're going to go ahead and depress this. We'll pour our, so we'll go ahead and take the Aeropress, kind of set it up here so we can get a good look at that coffee. We'll take our French press. Nice pour. We use our Moka pot. And our pour over. Get rid of this. And every one of these, I went online and just made sure that I was using, you know, the kind of more accepted grind and volume of water. So first thing I see here is that, we'll get a little bit closer. First thing I see is that we have very different looking coffees here, right? So this is the pour over, this is the Moka mass, or the Moka pot, this is the pour over, this is the Aeropress, the double shot of espresso, the Keurig, and my Technivorm Moka Master. So first thing I see here is we have some that are quite dark, some are a little lighter than others. The only one with any crema is the espresso. So I'm going to give a nice taste to each one of these. So again, these are the volumes that you would kind of expect out of each. All right, so here is the proof, right? Let's see how we like them. Now we expect them to all be different, right? That's just an expectation of the different types of extractions we have here. But they are using the same bean. All right, and we're using the kind of accepted grind, accepted volume, accepted ratios of coffee to water. I often feel a pour over is going to give you kind of the most, you're going to be able to taste more of the nuances of the bean with the pour over. And this, certainly, I can immediately tell it's a nice medium roast. I get some, it's not horribly acidic. Little bit of fruitiness, a little bit of stone fruitiness, but not a crazy amount. But I wanted to taste that one first because that's going to give me my baseline. The Moka pot, it looks like it's a little more murky, which is fine. It probably has more particulate matter. Oh, that's nice. It's a much more smooth experience. Yeah, that's really nice. Okay. Now on to the French press, which appears to be the lightest, which makes sense because it is a more coarse grind, so you're not getting as much surface area. But let's see. It's still good coffee. I feel like there's a little less flavor. I taste it's not as bold, but still, you know, I've gotten 3 different experiences from this same pot, or from this same coffee. This is the Aeropress. No, the Aeropress is great. It's surprisingly bold, but still I get a lot of the same flavors that I got from my pour over. Now let's go with the espresso. Nice little crema on top. It's exactly what you'd expect from espresso. It's really strong, but again, I'm getting a similar story through all of these, right? I can tell it's all the same bean, but it's slightly different takes. Now this is the Keurig. Again, it's okay. It's probably the least spectacular, right? But I would still drink this. But this goes to show you also, freshly ground, good coffee. It's gonna be a little hard to completely screw up, right? So this is from my my Moka Master, which is kind of a slow drip coffee maker. I highly recommend this. This has been the best drip coffee maker that we've ever owned. And because the hot water is going through the grounds much slower, you get a lot more. Just thinking about all these, which ones would I expect to be very similar in flavor? I would expect any drip coffee cup to be very similar to the Keurig because it's coffee going through. But we have a high-end drip coffee maker here that puts the right temperature of water through the grounds at a very slow pace, so we really get a nice extraction. I'm gonna go through these one more time and see which ones are my favorite. I'm telling you that the Moka pot is coming on strong. I think it's really probably unfair to judge the espresso with all the rest of them. I probably should have picked up the water in here and made this an Americano. That's probably the best way I should have handled this. I mean, when I crave an espresso, it's not craving coffee, it's craving an espresso. But I will often buy an Americano when there's not good drip coffee or other coffee available. So for me, the Keurig and the French press both came off a little bland. All right, and it's just because they didn't extract as many flavors that I would expect as the rest of them did. I drink this every day, so my drip coffee is amazing, but my two favorite right now, right today with my tastes, has to be the Moka pot and the Aeropress. And this is the first time I've ever looked at, done this before, right? This is kind of fun, but I've never taken the time to do this. But this Moka pot, it's got a creaminess. It certainly has more particulate matter, but it's not acidic, where I'm getting some acidic tones from some of the rest of them. I don't get any here. This is just a great experience. And the Aeropress is similar. These two methods really pulled some very interesting flavors out, and I would have to say probably the Moka Master and the pour over are very, very similar, and it makes sense, right? The company Technovorm really worked to make their Moka Master act very much like a pour over. So if I want an espresso, the espresso is great, different from everyone else. My guess is if I top that off with water, that's going to be very similar, or I'll like it, you know, similarly to the rest, comparable at least. The Keurig, if you need coffee fast and you really are okay with the flavors being muted, I'm not saying it tasted bad, but the flavors were very muted. And I had a similar experience with my French press. I would drink both of these, okay? But doing a direct comparison, the Moka pot was my favorite, followed by the Aeropress, and then the pour over and the Moka Master were both very, very good, very classic coffees. And it's very interesting to me, I'm using very a lot, but it's interesting to me that we use the same coffee bean. We followed, you know, the accepted ways of brewing or extracting the flavor from the bean. And this one coffee bean actually produced multiple different, all pretty good coffees. So I'm going to drink some of these and enjoy. Well, this Moka pot that's going. That's good. Get a Moka pot. That's the moral of this story. Get a Moka pot and an Aeropress if you just need a small amount of coffee. Those two are your best bet. If you if you need to make a little bit higher volume, your pour over is going to give you a little better experience than your French press. And if you need something real easy to set and just make a pot that stays in your thermal carafe and you drink on it throughout the day, this Moka Master is great. If you might find yourself running short on time and still need some coffee, the Keurig's not horrible. Just use good beans. So there you go. We'll hopefully you'll get a little out of this. I'm kind of wired up right now. So thanks for watching.